Hello everyone, my name is Steve Killingsworth. I am an investor here in Michigan, and today we're going to cover Extra Space fourth quarter 2021 recap and then the 2022 outlook for Extra Space Storage. The earnings call transcript starts off by noting that how an exceptional year overall for Extra Space Storage. Same store revenue is up 18%, occupancy at 95%, and expense growth was moderate at 2.5%. Leading to same-store NOI increase of 24%. So overall, exceptional in their words. Financial performance, free funds from operations increased 29% in the fourth quarter, and expenses were driven by increase in payroll, property taxes, and the increase in marketing expense of 10%. So 2022 outlook, revenue increases of 10.5% to 12.5%. That's the mid-range of the guidance. Expense 6.5% to 7% mid-range guidance, leading to NOI growth of 11.5% to 14.5% and free funds from operations $7.70 to $7.95 a share. Now, as a reminder, free funds from operations is simply cash flow from operations. Skipping over to occupancy, there's quite a few questions on occupancy, very high occupancy. They're not seeing a degradation of occupancy due to increase. They say they have no issues finding new renters when the current renter moves out. In fact, they call it very easy. And one of the analysts specifically asked tell us about the price sensitivity of self-storage as these rates increase. And the CEO noted they have no issues at this point. Like there's so much demand right now for self-storage that they're not seeing that any negative impact on raising rates. They said they also noted that 94%, almost 95% occupancy as of the date of the earnings call, and that they're pushing rents as hard as they can. So good news there. Occupancy is high, and they're still able to push rents. And also, the CEO made a great point too here, in that occupancy isn't the whole story, right? The physical occupancy. A lot of their facilities they have are in lease up. And during lease up, you're going to lower rates to drive up occupancy. So now that they've reached stabilization on quite a few of these assets, now is a time to move on rates, okay? So occupancy doesn't tell the whole story. It's how much rate are you pushing and how much are you getting. They also, and that kind of ties into here, he discusses on economic vacancy. And then again, like I just said, now is the time to move on rents. That's an exact quote. 2/3 of the customers stay for over a year, and 40% of customers stay for over 2 years, which are all record highs. Again, supporting the strong demand for self-storage. Skipping over to rates, Q4, they're able to drive rates really hard, up 20% in the fourth quarter, and that's going to bleed over into Q1 and Q2 2022, okay? But what that does is lead for tougher comps in the back half of the year. They project rates to increase, revenue to increase 10.5% to 12.5%, while during 2021, some months we're seeing street rates increasing 20% to 40%. So that's just not going to be sustainable for the long run. There's going to still be strong rent growth. It's just not going to be growing as fast. On existing customer rent increases, they're projecting to return back to normal. They're getting everyone back to where street rates where they need to be. Another exceptional quarter. That's all I have for you today. We'll see you next time, and go blue.